achieved.
What's up, everybody? Welcome into Studio Day, Every Day Quarantine. If I have morning face, sorry. I just kind of got up. Slept in today. No golf today. Of course, the rumorooskies abound with the Dallas Cowboys per usual. As now it's Tony Pauline taking center stage, who is reporting multiple Cowboys rumors. Jamal Adams in one, Jadeveon Clowney in the other. What do we make of this? How realistic are they? Let's do it. As well as I got some questions from you guys from the last video. Remember, you can always do that. Leave in the comments what you want to talk about tomorrow, and I will try to take care of you. YouTube.com/Jeff Kavanaugh. Leave what you want in the comments. Hit the little thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed, all that jazz. So today we've got Jamal Adams rumors. We've got Jadeveon Clowney rumors. It's all going down, which means Tony Pauline is looking for some clicks. I know the name Tony Pauline because he's been covering draft stuff for a really long time, but Brian brought us, I believe, yesterday on the radio, referred to him as a splatter guy. Just splatter stuff at the wall and see what sticks. So rumor number one, Jamal Adams. The Jets, if they were to make a trade with the Cowboys, would want La'el Collins in return for Jamal Adams. No. Thanks for calling. Hang up. Don't call back. This is what makes the Jamal Adams trade a tough idea. Because for a second, stop thinking like you're the Cowboys. Start thinking like you're the Jets. Does it make sense to ask for somebody like La'el Collins? And last year, did it make sense to ask for somebody like Zach Martin? Sure. My guy's an all-pro safety that's 24 years old. I'm going to ask for something really good in return. Now, if you're the Cowboys, you're looking at that and you're going, wait, we're trying to win the Super Bowl and you're going to ask for my Pro Bowl. I don't think he made it last year, but he should have, and he will going forward. That's how the Pro Bowl works. They're a year behind. You're asking for a guy that's under contract at a reasonable number forever that's going to be a Pro Bowl right tackle? And I'm trying to win the Super Bowl? And the strength of my team is my offensive line to protect my quarterback and open lanes for my running backs? No. So the Jets aren't wrong to ask for something like that, and that's what it would take to do a player-for-player trade for Jamal Adams, and that's why it's unlikely. That's why what you really need to talk about is draft picks. Because if you're really calling and saying, hey, I want Zach Martin in a pick, or hey, I want La'el Collins in a pick, or even if you just want those players straight up, if you're the Cowboys, you're telling the Jets, stop calling me. You sound desperate. Leave me alone. No, I'm not trading you either of those things. I've already gone on record. I wouldn't trade Michael Gallup. Because the way these things work, if you're doing a player-for-player trade, you would trade somebody from a position of depth and strength to plug a position of need. Now, for the Cowboys, they have two starting safeties. Would Jamal Adams be a big upgrade? Sure, he absolutely would. But La'el Collins, is that a position of strength on this team? Yes. Is it a position of depth? No. You don't have a guy that could step in and replace him. So on a contending team that's going to contend because of the way that the offense plays and the way they protect the quarterback and the way they block for the running backs, stop calling about La'el Collins, okay? So Tony Pauline, first of all, the rumorooski is probably not even real, but even if it were, leave us alone. Don't call here again. I wouldn't trade you Michael Gallup straight up. And that, again, I'm going to double down on. That's why player-for-player trades are hard. I wouldn't give you Michael Gallup. And they're going to say, wait, what? My player's better than the player I'm asking for. I'm going to say, yes, but my circumstances are I plan to win the Super Bowl. And that guy just had 1,100 yards. And I need all three of my monster receivers because that's what's going to win me the Super Bowl. Those dudes blocking and those dudes catching the balls that dude throws. That's my Super Bowl plan. Excuse me. So stop calling and asking about the players that are part of my Super Bowl plan. That's why if there were a Jamal Adams trade, it would be for picks. Now, Tony Pauline, second Cowboys rumorooski of the day, is that Jadeveon Clowney is chasing a ring and somehow thinks that the Cowboys could be part of that plan. Cowboys and Saints reportedly at the top of his list. And again, probably a made-up rumorooski. But if not, am I interested? Yeah, of course I am. Clowney's not an awesome pass rusher. Never became that. God, I loved his tape in college, and I thought he would. But he never really turned in to a great pass rusher. Dominant run defender. How much is that worth? Some. because as long as teams do run the football, then there's some value in run defense. I'd rather you run than pass, but as a defense. But, yeah, I'm interested in Clowney. Do the Cowboys have room for him? Sure. If he wants $10 million on a one-year deal, they got room. But the Cowboys would probably like to keep wiggle room in their cap. They've got to sign their draft class. But, Clowney to me is actually – somebody asked that, right? Would you rather have Clowney or Jamal Adams? My answer is Clowney. Because if you're the Cowboys, you're chasing something right this second. And with Clowney, I don't have to give anything up. It's just my cap space. I don't have to give up a first and a third-round pick. It's just my cap space. And then maybe he has a good year. And maybe Clowney signs somewhere else next year. So what has that turned into? I used my cap space to sign a player who helped me win games on a one-year deal. And when the year is over, if he signs somewhere else, I get a comp pick. So, yeah, I would rather have Clowney than Jamal Adams. In a vacuum, I'd rather have Jamal Adams. He's a better player. But with everything that goes into both of these things, I'll take Jadeveon Clowney over Jamal Adams. All right, questions from the peeps. Would you still take Dez as wide receiver number 4 from Matthew Barnes? I don't think it happens. I don't see him wearing another number. For some reason, he did end up on the Cowboys. No, the Dez thing I don't think is going to happen. Would I take Dez as a come to camp and see what happens? For sure. Do I want to see Dez in the NFL? Do I think the world is a better place when Dez is scoring touchdowns and throwing up the X? I do. I don't want to say this to you guys. I know. I'm talking to a lot of Cowboy fans, and I want the Cowboys to do well too, so I don't want to say this. His workout videos, watch his and then watch CeeDee Lamb's. It's a little different. A little different explosion there. Gosh, allergies are awful right now. But in some ways, Dez would never look good in shorts and a helmet video. The question is, how does Dez look if you put everybody in pads, you give him the ball and you say, tackle him? Or you put everybody in pads, you put a ball in the air and you say, go try to take that away from him. So I think he'll get an opportunity because it looks like the dude is absolutely working at it and grinding to try to get back in the league. So I hope, and I lean towards he'll get an opportunity. I don't think it'll be with the Cowboys, but I'd love to see him in camp. Just bring him to camp. But he's such an established player. I remember his reaction to the XFL when somebody was like, go play in the XFL. And he was like, no, you can keep that. So there is a level that he thinks that he has reached where it's like a camp invite. Is that disrespectful? Like, I want guaranteed money. So I don't know. I don't see it for the Cowboys. I hope to see it for a team because I want to see Dez back in the league. The Lunatics, great content, Jeff. Who do you see getting an extension and why? Chido or Xavier Woods? Neither. That would be my guess. Those are the sort of players that teams let walk. And if they get a good enough deal, you get a pick out of it. Like Anthony Brown was brought back to the Cowboys when his contract was up because he got hurt and there was no market for him really. So they were like, oh, well, that's pretty darn affordable. I think that's what would happen with Xavier Woods or Chido. With the way they're set up going forward with that cap, those are guys. This happened to Byron Jones, matter of fact. You know why Byron Jones isn't a Cowboy, or at least part of the reason Byron Jones isn't a Cowboy? I know a lot of people are going to say, because he couldn't intercept the ball and he sucks. Because they didn't plan for him to be a Cowboy. Because for the first 3 years of his career while he was playing safety, they didn't know if they wanted to pick up his fifth-year option because he was just okay. So for Byron Jones, they plan out their cap years in advance, and they weren't planning to keep Byron Jones. Then, year 4, they move him to corner, and he's awesome. And year 5 at corner, he's awesome. But their salary cap plan into the future never included him. So it was easier to be like, let's kind of figure it out a different way because they were planning to figure it out a different way. And I don't know if Xavier Woods or Chido, through this point in their career, have done enough to where they're planning to have those guys around. I think they're probably planning to figure out how to replace those guys. And the Chido part of it, they've already begun that plan. Safety's just going to have to be a giant priority next off season because Clinton Dix will be gone, Xavier Woods will be gone, and then, hey, maybe next off season you get Jamal Adams. That's one of your two safeties, and you figure out the other one. The final thing I want to talk about today is rest in peace to Chuck E. Cheese. I saw they filed for bankruptcy. Now, I don't know what filing for bankruptcy protection means. Does that mean all of the stores are closing? But Chuck E. Cheese pizza is underrated. Okay? I want you to know that. Don't fight me in the comments on this. Chuck E. Cheese made a fine pizza. They also made good breadsticks, you know? You could tell that they didn't put a lot of money into those breadsticks, but yet somehow they were still delicious. The crispiness was just right. The sauce to dip it in, their marinara, was outstanding. Chuck E. Cheese was a fine establishment with fine pizza. And I just want people to know that. If I could get it delivered, I'd get it delivered. I know they kind of did that on, what was that, on like Grubhub or DoorDash. They tricked people and named it Pascali's Pizza, the little mascot, instead of calling it Chuck E. Cheese. So R.I.P. to Chuck E. Cheese. I just want you to know that it'll be missed by me. I think what happened is they probably got too lax with their rules. You know, they always let kids run up the skee ball ramp and drop it up there. So now kids are winning too many spider rings for the amount that they've spent. And some of the games that I played, I could easily hit the jackpot all the time. So may have just made it too easy. Lost a bunch of money in stuffed animals and spider rings and candy. You know, spend $3, get 50,000 tickets. That's how I kind of rolled at Chuck E. Cheese. Walk out of there with a PS4 for $3. All right, that's it. Leave things in the comments. Whatever you want to talk about tomorrow, make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you're checking 1053thefan.com every day. And make sure you're listening on 105.3 The Fan. We'll be on today here in just a little bit. I love you guys. And, yeah, whatever you want to talk about. Bring me your content. I need it.